Hey all, welcome to the second part of control and coordination. This is your tutor Harsh. In the first part, we talked about some basics like what is control, what is coordination, how this control and coordination is achieved, and what all things are required for this control and coordination. We also learned about the structural and the functional unit of human nervous system, and that is the neuron. We learned about the parts of the neuron, and in this video, in the second part, we will be learning about the human brain, the parts of the human brain, okay, nerves, spinal cord, reflex action, etc. So let's get started. Okay, so first part, what are the parts of the nervous system? So in humans, our nervous system is divided into two different parts. The first is central nervous system. Okay, it is written as CNS. So the central nervous system, it is the part of the nervous system that consists primarily of the brain and the spinal cord. And the second type is the peripheral nervous system, also known as PNS. The main function of this PNS is to connect the central nervous system or CNS to the limbs and organs, essentially serving as the relay between the brain and spinal cord and rest of the body. As we all know, our human body is huge if we talk about in terms of impulse transmission or signal transmission. Suppose your brain is in your head, in a skull, right? And it has to transmit or get signals from the nail of your toe, or we can say the thumb of your feet, and that's a very big distance. So CNS alone cannot transmit signals or get signals from that long distance. So your body devised a great way, that is creating another type of nervous system, or we can say a separate nervous system, that is PNS, which connects the limbs and organs to the central nervous system. So, and now, what are the parts of or we can say, what are the organs of the human nervous system? So, human nervous system consists of three main organs, or there are three main parts of the human nervous system. The very first is, of course, the most important, brain, then the spinal cord, and third, nerves. We learn about them one by one. So, first, parts of the brain. If you look at a brain, it is just a muscular organ, okay, made up of some muscles, tissues, and all, but it is divided into three parts. Your brain can be divided into three parts. The first is the forebrain. Here you can see the front part, it's forebrain. That's why this part of your head is called forehead. And then comes the midbrain, and in the end comes the hindbrain. Okay, so hindbrain is there, midbrain is between, somewhere between the forebrain and the hindbrain. Now, if we talk about the forebrain, it is divided into three different parts. The very first is cerebrum, then we have thalamus and the limbic system. If we talk about the midbrain, it is not divided into any further part. So it can be a good question that which part of your brain is not divided any further. So the answer is midbrain. Then also in case of hindbrain, it is also divided into three parts: cerebellum, pons, and medulla. Also, you can call it medulla oblongata, the proper name. Remember, don't confuse between cerebrum and cerebellum. Cerebrum is the part of forebrain and cerebellum is the part of hindbrain. They are totally different structures present in the different part of the brain. So here is the image you can see. We can look at different parts of the brain. For example, in forebrain, here is the cerebrum. You can see a corpus callosum. Corpus callosum is basically a bunch of nerves and veins and arteries which connect your both hemispheres, because your brain is divided into two hemispheres, left and right. So corpus callosum connects them. Then there's a hypothalamus, We can see ventricles. You'll study about ventricles in your higher classes. We have thalamus and hypothalamus. We will be learning in the endocrine system when we will study about the human endocrine system. There is the midbrain. As I said, it is not divided into any further parts. So you can see it is just single structure that is known as midbrain. We have pituitary gland. This also will learn in when we'll be studying the human endocrine system. There is pons. This is medulla, the brainstem, and cerebellum, all the parts of the hind brain. Now, let's talk about spinal cord. It is one of the most sensitive organ present in your body. So this, you see this grayish part? Okay, this is spinal cord, this grayish part. So spinal cord, it is a long, fragile tube-like structure that begins at the end of the brainstem. We have seen brainstem just now. It is a part of hindbrain, right? You can say it originates properly. You can say it originates from the medulla oblongata. So what it does, the spinal cord, it consists of nerves that carry incoming and outgoing messages from brain to the rest of the body. Okay, the function is very simple. It is a tube-like organ. You can say it's like a wire. Okay, we have seen cables in computers. What is the function of your USB cable? Just to uh, connect two devices and so that they can transfer data. Same way your spinal cord is working. In a case of spinal cord, it is connecting your brain to the different parts of the body. So now, the spinal cord contains the reflex actions and conduct messages between different parts of the body and brain. So, the most important function of spinal cord is controlling reflex actions. Reflex actions. So, reflex action is a special case of involuntary movement, involuntary organs. When a voluntary organ is in the vicinity of sudden danger, it is immediately pulled away from the danger to save it. So, what is this definition and what is the meaning? Let's look at that. So here is a very example. First, if you want to understand reflex action, first we have to understand the reflex arc. So it is basically a very simple thing. It's just a path that is followed by a action um, to save you from some hurt, or we can say some problem or some danger. Basically, it's for to save your body, okay, from getting burned or from getting danger. So let's have a look. So here you can say the finger is on the burning candle. If you put your finger on the burning candle, definitely your skin is going to burn, right? And see, there's a stimulus. Receptors are present all over your skin. Different kind of receptors. The function of receptor is to detect the stimulus. Now, moment your receptor detects that yes, the temperature is increasing in this region, and we all know if temperature reaches a sudden limit, then your skin is going to get burned. It will be destroyed or be harmed. So to save your skin from getting burned, what is done? The signal, this receptor sends the signal to the sensory neuron. Okay, here we have a sensory neuron. Then the sensory neurons send the signal to relay neuron. What is a relay neuron? Basically, it is known as the interneuron. It allows sensory and motor neurons to communicate with each other because the sensation has been detected. Now the relay neuron will connect just like your USB cable. It will connect sensory neuron and the motor neuron. So what motor neuron will do? It will instruct the effector muscle to contract, and you will pull your hand. You have often observed that something is about to enter your eye like a slug or a tiny insect. You just close your eyes. You don't have to think, okay, the insect is coming, so I have to close my eye. Even if you touch something, a hot utensil, you just pull your hand like that. You don't have to think. So this is the function of your spinal cord. Okay, so always remember, reflex in case of reflex action, no signal is sent to brain. Okay, spinal cord deals it like a boss. Spinal cord is the superior organ in case of reflex action. Because the reason is, if the signal is sent to brain, though your brain transmits signal very fast thinking speed is very fast, action speed is very fast, still it takes time. So the signal will be sent to your brain, then your brain will think, okay, I have to lift your finger or not, and that time the finger will get burned. So to stop that, you don't have to think. That is the reason they are called reflexes. There's no thinking involved, just action. And if we talk about nerves, then the human body has 95 to 100 million neurons or nerve cells that make up the nerves. So basically, nerves are wire-like structures which connect different parts of the body with the brain. So, and remember that your brain is more powerful than a computer. So here we can say different nerves. You can see the facial nerve, okay, phrenic nerve, and the brachial nerves, the vagus nerves. Different nerves are there. Every part of your body is connected by a nerve. Now, if we talk about lower part of the body, you can see the sciatic nerve, tibial nerve, okay, sciatic nerve, again a common peroneal nerve, and different nerves. So this is the total nerves present in our body. And the interesting fact, our brain can store up to 2.5 petabyte of data. That's a huge amount of data you can store in a brain. So finally, I'm ending this video. Hope you all have understood. And if you really like our videos, then please you subscribe to our channel. Share if you have any doubt regarding or any question, you can comment. We'll definitely answer. So thank you. Have a good day.